What's up, TikTok and YouTube? Hello, hello. Just getting myself situated here. All right. What are we doing today? I want to take another look at the trending comics. I want to take a look at some figures that I have and possibly look into Marvel Select to see what else is, coming out in terms of those like Marvel figures. I don't have a lot of Marvel figures. I have mostly DC, but I want to get more Marvel figures. I have a really cool Colossus and a really cool Juggernaut that are both. I think it's Marvel Select is what they are. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, like, is it Marvel Select or is it Marvel Diamond Select or something? What's their Diamond Select toys? I think is what it is. I like these toys because they are, excuse me, they're bigger. The standard McFarlane toy is usually smaller than these. Oh wow, these are out for pre-order now. This is what we have here: the Hobgoblin. We've got Deadpool. Oh, this War Machine's pretty dope. This one I really want. It's only $30. I may pre-order that right now. This is Annihilus, man. This is so dope. No, I'm gonna block that. Yeah. Oh, out of stock? No way. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get it on the resellers market. Damn. I looked at this a while back and I thought about pre-ordering this, and I don't know why, but I just didn't do it back then. I think Marvel Select is really the way to go for action figures. Now, I just say that because I have two dope Marvel Select action figures, and I really like them. So maybe it's just my initial experience with them, but I don't know. Are these all sold out? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if War Machine's sold out. No, it looks like this one's still available. But how do I pre-order this if I want to pre-order? It doesn't seem like I'm allowed. Oh, none of these options are available. Does that mean it's sold out? How do I buy you? Yeah, this one says out of stock. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to get it on eBay. Maybe there's someone already like pre-selling it on eBay. I don't know. Hey D, how's it going? Oh, I see it's DCA. So you're in California right now. I only say that because I've been seeing it all over the news lately. I'm sure it's fine there, though. All right. Let's take a look at the ones I do have. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm trying to start live streaming more, so and I don't know necessarily what to talk about the entire time, but I think I might watch the new trailer and give my thoughts on that, and maybe turn that into a YouTube video, talk about some of the figures I have, and I'm trying to post more too on my TikTok, but I've been putting more like time into my TikTok, so they take longer to make. And I'm not like my brother Connor's Climate Corner, who just has he streams every single day, makes content every single day. All right, this is the Marvel Select toys that I do have. This guy right here, Colossus, and it's dope. I love how I pose them too, and it's huge. Like, this is Colossus and like a regular size figure. Actually, I don't even have a regular size figure in here, but it's bigger than most other figures, like from McFarlane Toys, for example. And then I've also got this guy right here. Yeah, I know. My brother, he streams every night. He does weather. So if you're interested at all in the weather, Connor's Climate Corner, and yeah, he streams every single day and he makes content every single day. And like, I like doing this. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy making content for people. That's why I started doing it. But like, you know, I have a day job and I'm a software engineer, and sometimes I just like to read comics at the end of the day and not be sitting here making a video. So I mostly make them on the weekends. No, I don't have the new Juggernaut. Is that a Diamond Select figure? Let me see. Oh, I still have it on here. Yeah. So yeah, this Juggernaut's dope. But this is the Diamond Select Juggernaut. I think you can actually take his helmet off. I just don't want to do it. But these two are the two Diamond Select toys I have, and they're so freaking awesome. That's why I'm like, okay, like I want to get more of them, I think. And this Annihilus is at the top of my list, but I missed out on chance to getting it, so I'm guessing I'm gonna get it on eBay. I'm not that interested in actually, like, is there one where he has, does he have his mask on? Oh, actually, this Hobgoblin is pretty dope. Actually, I might be interested in that Hobgoblin. Deadpool, I'm not that interested in. War Machine's kind of cool. This one, oh, please tell me this isn't sold out. Okay. Frequently Bought Together. No, I don't need that. Yeah, this is the other one I really want to get. The upcoming figure is based on the old arcade fighting game. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, right. This Beta Ray Bill is dope with the big. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is like the Daniel Warren Johnson Beta Ray Bill. So I feel. Let me see. How do I? But obviously, I'm not like actually shopping here. Hold on. I need to get to like where I can actually. Am I not able to buy? This is just showing me the toys. I'm not actually able to buy them here. Not that I'm going to buy them on stream. I just want to figure that out for later, I guess. This Vision's pretty cool. Can't spell diamond right, of course. Oh yeah, there's this site, right? Oh, this is the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. This is sick, and I just got the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider Omnibus, and I've been reading it, and it's so good. It's 90s, but you know, some people, I don't know, people think all kinds of ways about different eras of comic books. I think there's something to be liked about almost every era. Yeah, I could say a positive thing about every era of comics, even what's going on right now. And I think 90s was good. 90s things got a lot darker. The art got like really crazy, and you got a lot of really good runs in the 90s. And I think one of them was Danny Ketch, and I'm only like 6 issues in, and I'm already loving it so much. But it's it already makes me want to get this. Figure, $50. That's not too bad. Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, they animated it. How's it going, Thomas? I'm just taking a look at some of the toys that that are coming out soon that I may buy. I was looking at this is the stuff that I have from Marvel Select, and I was kind of looking at Marvel Select toys. Hold on one second. All right. What else are we doing? Hold on. Drinking my coffee. Yeah, let me see if there's a Juggernaut coming out. Juggernaut. How do you spell Juggernaut? It'll correct me. Here we go. Oh, this is the okay. Colossus and Juggernaut. These are statues. I don't own any statues. I thought about getting the some of the McFarlane statues that are coming out. The I guess Todd McFarlane, like McFarlane Toys, got the rights to make something for Marvel, and he's making like small statues about this like this big. And he's doing some of the his iconic covers and stuff, and I think they look really cool. But if I buy one of those, it's gonna like open up the world of me buying statues, and I'm already buying, you know, figures and comics and omnibuses and graded comic books and Pokemon cards. So I can't add one more like thing to my collection that I'm opening. The Psylocke Thanos 2-pack that people are going for. I think it may be exclusive. Let's see. Psylocke. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, there's an E. Psylocke and Thanos. Psylocke and Thanos figures. Let's see. Oh, I see this. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Marvel Legends. I like that it's the classic Thanos and classic Psylocke. I don't have any Marvel Legends in my collection. I've thought about picking them up. The reason I don't have them is because I like the bigger figures, and usually the Marvel Legends, excuse me, are a little bit smaller. So actually these look dope though, and he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on. That's awesome. Is that? Oh, and he's making a. Oh, okay, that's an alternate hand that you can put on. Okay, he's doing a snap. That's pretty dope. Actually, maybe this should be on my radar. This is on eBay, but $129. Damn. I don't know about that. This is actually pretty sick, though. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, this Beta Ray Bill and Annihilus are the two I want the most, I think. The Annihilus, I know of Annihilus. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not showing my desktop. So I was looking at this. This is what I was looking at. Psylocke, Thanos. These are the pictures, and here's the one of him snapping, and there's him jumping and running for some reason. I don't know who came up with these poses, but they're great. Okay. Yeah, sure. Look, he's like facing away from her for some reason. God, I got to remember to switch my scenes. What was I going to say? Yeah, the Annihilus and Beta Ray Bill. And why do I like Annihilus? So I read the John Byrne run of Fantastic Four, which is really good. I believe Annihilus is in there. Also, I've been reading the Silver Age omnis of Fantastic Four, though very slowly, and Annihilus is in there. But my favorite thing is the Annihilation Omnibus. So D, if you haven't, I don't know if you like how much of like the modern comics this isn't really modern anymore, but if you haven't read the Annihilation event, there's an omnibus. It's really, really good. And it was one of my favorite like modern Marvel events that I read. And I kind of I loved Annihilus after that. So I think getting like a classic one would be really cool. Yeah, and I definitely recommend reading Annihilation. I have the Annihilation Conquest Omni, which comes after, or I don't know if it comes right after, or if it's just like another event involving him. But I haven't read that one yet. So I'm excited to read that one eventually. I just jump around in my books a lot. All right, let's look at some other figures I have here. So these are my Marvel Select ones, and I'm looking to get more of these. This one right here may be my favorite. McFarlane Toys one, and this one is one of the ones where you have to assemble him. So you had to buy 4 other figures and then you put together. I don't think this lantern went with him, but it just fit in his hand really good, so I put it there. I didn't read it. I haven't bought much Marvel in a long time, though I'm buying some now. Yeah, I don't know if you buy omnibuses, but that's a good one, and it's all in there. I guess you don't have to. It does include all the tie-ins. Maybe you just want to read the main story, but I loved that Omni. It was really good. So yeah, I recommend reading Annihilation if you want to read like a good modern Marvel event. But yeah, who is this? Atrocitus, and he's huge too. Like he's like one of the big Marvel Select ones, which I think is pretty cool. And yeah, you had to assemble him, and Atrocitus is just awesome. I did a whole video going into the like lore and history of Atrocitus on my Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you scroll back, you can find it. And I think he's a really interesting character. I also I've read 2 out of the 3 Jeff Johns Green Lantern omnibuses. I'm on the 3rd one. I haven't read that yet, but I'm through like the Sinestro Corps War and Blackest Night, and obviously Atrocitus plays a big part in Blackest Night, and actually that's where, leading up to it, is where you get like him becoming a Red Lantern. So this is really cool, and this is maybe my favorite McFarlane toy that I have, actually. It like the little textures on his legs and stuff, and the details are just they're so good. And this is like, if I had to choose an outfit for Atrocitus to be wearing, because there's different versions, this is what I would choose. So really, really cool. I love this one. Now I have one right here that I'm like, do I take this out of the box? I kind of want to, because Kilowog right here looks freaking... Here, let me move Atrocitus out of here for a second. All right. So I keep some of my McFarlane toys in the box, and this one, I actually, I should say this. I keep all of my McFarlane toys that came as a double in a box, because I think it's kind of they look cool together, whatever the set is. But I'm considering taking this one out because, and it doesn't really matter. I'm never going to resell my toys or anything, but part of me likes how, like, I think McFarlane Toys has the best presentation in the box of all the toy makers. I have to give them that. Some people don't like the toys that much. I like them a lot. And hold on one second. I think Todd will be able to work out a deal to keep doing DC. Last I heard, it was up in the air. I really hope he does. But the thing is, he's done so much now. I think he's getting to the end of, like, they have to get really creative to keep getting new characters to do for DC. Like, and he did the whole this multiverse line. He did, I think in an attempt to, like, be able to do whatever kind of characters he wanted and get ones from all different Earths and different universes and different events and stuff. And it's hard for me to think of a character that they haven't done, like McFarlane Toys hasn't done. I would love for them to make, one of the ones I want most from McFarlane Toys is the Azrael. Let me see. McFarlane Toys so not Azrael bat armor, just the regular, like, default Azrael. No, see, okay, this is the one that I think is so freaking dope, but it's $100 to get this thing, so I don't know if I'm willing to pay that. Oh, look at this one. This one's even damaged, and they're still selling it for $94. Why am I bringing this up? I don't know, but they've done, this is, Azrael isn't like a really well-known character in DC, and he's done this, and he's done like 4 versions of Azrael. So, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing, but he can't really do Marvel because Marvel, like, sells specific rights to their toys. Like, certain companies can make certain types, so he just got the little statue Marvel thing. Like, all the Funko Pops from Marvel have to be bobbleheads because I guess they couldn't. It was a way for them to get around, Funko being able to make their toys if there are bobbleheads that that classifies them as a different kind of thing. So, it's going to be hard to get Marvel. I hope he stays. Sorry to answer your question in a really long-winded way. I hope he stays with keeps doing DC because he's made a lot of cool stuff. Some of them are cool as bobbleheads, but then you have like, I have like the Hulk Buster Funko Pop, and that one you can't even tell it's a bobblehead, and like you just touch it and it like the head barely moves because it's just barely on a spring, and it's like, did you really have to make it a bobblehead? It's so stupid. But yeah, man, this is like and what's so cool about this one is that it's the classic. Like this is Nightfall Batman when Azrael takes over, which a lot of people didn't like back then. I was a comic book reader in the 90s as a kid, but I didn't go to the comic book store, and my mom got me comics, so I didn't go and like read everything chronologically, but I still do remember Azrael from back then. And it's just nostalgic, and I think he's so cool, and it's cool that he had just a limited run in the comics, and then Batman came back, spoiler alert. But yeah, I like Azrael, and I would love to get that one. Oh yeah, going back to this though, this Kilowog looks dope, and I just read the Kyle Rayner. There's a Kyle Rayner compendium that goes like through his origin, and then all the way through him, like everything that he goes through with Hal Jordan and everything like that. And it was really good. So the fact that this had Kyle Rayner and Kilowog is huge, made me really want to get this one. And like I said, I kind of want to take this one out because I really want to like handle Kilowog since he's so big and awesome. But we'll see. But this is a really cool one. All right, and then I've got these two guys. Now I'm gonna take this one out eventually. I just didn't feel like doing it right now. These are the McFarlane Toys animated Batman and Superman. What's cool about these is that they did an animated McFarlane Toys does like an animated series line as well. Those aren't as cool as the multiverse version of the animated series stuff. These are bigger, and I like the design of them better. So I got this version. Like I said, I'm gonna take him out, but it's really cool to have like a proper Batman and Superman from the animated series. So I think these are pretty cool. How's it going? If you're just joining, we're just talking about comic books, the MCU, DCU, and we're talking about right now. I'm showing some of the toys that are in my collection and what I'm planning on buying and stuff like that. But I if you're watching this in the VOD on YouTube later and you have any questions on my opinions and stuff, I love giving my opinions on comic book stuff. So please like leave a comment or whatever. But these are really cool. I think they made Superman taller than Batman. But I love the way that they did like this, like really wide shoulders and a really narrow like way. It just looks like the animated. And there's an animated version of Bruce Wayne. And hold on. Toys animated. And I really want this one too, but this is one where you have to collect like 4 of them to make Bruce Wayne. So yeah, you have to get these 4. These 4 right here makes Bruce Wayne. And it's just a guy in a brown suit, but if you watch the animated series, which I have, it's kind of cool. I wonder if there's one where he's like actually assembled that I could see. Let's see, go to images. Here he is. So here's, oops. How do I make you bigger? Yeah, there's the animated Bruce Wayne one. So if I got that, then I'd have Bruce Wayne. Oh man, I wonder if there's a Clark Kent. That would be sick, actually. Yeah, Bruce Wayne Build-A-Figure. Yeah. So, and look, he even has like the, what do they call it? Cell shading or something? He has like the shading that makes it look like he's, animated. And it would be cool to have the animated Batman and Superman, and then also have the animated Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, and I could put them all next to each other and it would be awesome. These are the things I think about when I should be like, I don't know, working, writing code. But man, work was long today. Actually, I'll leave these here for now, actually. All right. What else do we want to talk about? I got some new comic books, so let me show those. Make sure my levels are still good. Yeah. Now I've learned that I got to check my levels every once in a while on TikTok and YouTube because I've had them cut out before. All right. Here's some comic books I picked up recently. Now, I have not bagged and boarded these, so, and I'm going to make shorts about these, so this is a little bit of a spoiler. Yes, it is much better than Working D. My bag and boards, let's see, I have one in here that's my bag and boards. I like this. You know, I got the Mylar bags, and they're beautiful, and I put every single comic I get into, not always Mylar bags, but anything that's like kind of old or a valuable issue goes into a Mylar bag. And I haven't done it with these yet. So I'm doing like a sin for my channel, which is showing comics that I haven't rebagged and boarded, but that's fine. All right, I'm just going to flip through these comic books and just kind of say why I picked them up. I was at antique stores recently and just hunting for comics. Now, my experience with antique stores is you're usually not going to find a Grail there, you know? You're not going to find a Hulk 181 because if one of the guys that, you know, runs those booths finds that, and it's so you know, accessible to know the value of comic books now with like key collector comics and stuff like that. If they find that, they're going to put it on eBay. They're going to sell it somewhere else. So you're going to have to like really look to find books that you actually want to get if you go to an antique store and buy comic books. But I do find some. Now, this one I like because this is part of John Byrne's run of Superman. And I mostly like this because it's John Byrne art and it has a big Barda on the front. And I love Big Barda. I think she's a really cool character. I love her weapon. What is it called? The Cosmic Rod or something like that. It's like a fourth world thing. What is it called? I don't know. Someone leave a comment. Tell me what her weapon is called. I forget. But this is just John Byrne and Big Barda and Superman. It's awesome. And this little guy, this is like his first appearance in here too. I don't know who that is, but he's kind of creepy. All right. Oh, this is a Todd McFarlane cover that, God, these bag and boards are so bad. This is a Todd McFarlane cover that I have seen a million times and I've always thought was cool, but I haven't bought it. And so I just found it and I was like, you know what? I'll buy it. You know, this is part of his Spider-Man run. It's Spider-Man and the Hobgoblin, and Todd McFarlane does what he does best. You know, we all know. Okay. This is when Psylocke joins the X-Men, and it's another, there's some significance to this. Hold on. What is it? X-Men 213. Okay, good. I'm logging. All right. X-Men 213. Oh, it's the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. So here we can zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, and it's when Betsy Braddock joins the X-Men and adopts the name Psylocke. So it's really when she becomes Psylocke. And then who's the creative team? It's Alan okay, yeah, of course. Alan Davis and Chris Claremont. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool book. This is another one I've seen a million times, and I've always been looking for books that I want more. But when I was at the antique place, I was like, you know what, this is cheap. May as well pick that up. So I picked that up. This Emerald Dawn book is pretty cool. I don't know. I think this may have been part of the Kyle Rayner compendium that I read recently, which I really liked. And I'm just a big fan of Green Lantern in general and Hal Jordan. So this is like a significant part of Hal Jordan's history. So I thought I'd pick that up. Again, it's just another one I could find at the, you know, antique place. Oh, a Mr. Miracle and Big Barda animated thing. I haven't heard anything about that, but that would be awesome. And I really hope, I did hear though that I think I heard James Gunn, or I think it was James Gunn, had good things to say about, was it Tom King's Mr. Miracle run, which was really good, and I have the deluxe edition. Oh, hold on, YouTube's I think I'm lagging a little bit on YouTube. Let's see. No, I'm good. Anyway, yeah, I think he was really inspired by the Tom King run of Mr. Miracle, which is really, really good and really kind of deep, and I think tries to be a lot deeper than a lot of comic books that I've ever read, and I think succeeds. Tom King is a good writer in that way. Some people don't like him, but I think he can do that kind of material. And I hope if they make anything about Mr. Miracle, they take inspiration from or do that run from Tom King's, and that's a modern run. All right, going back to this anything Zatanna related, I like. This is when Zatanna joins the Justice League, and this is her in this new costume. I don't think this lasts long, this costume, and I actually prefer a more classic look with the top hat and stuff, but you know, it's still cool. And Zatanna is really, really cool. I actually wish, well, DC's been doing stuff with Zatanna lately. Like they've been doing limited series and stuff like that, which I think are good. I actually just don't know why they won't do like an ongoing Zatanna run, because they've just done like a 6-issue series, and then they did another Zatanna thing before that. Now they're doing another one right now that's going on. And I've always said this about DC. You'll hear me say this a million times if you watch this channel. Like DC doesn't do enough with their outside the Trinity, with their other characters, you know, like Steel, for example, which I think is so cool. He's like a Superman and Iron Man combination, or Lobo. Like, why don't we have like another series featuring Lobo or Zatanna? Everybody loves Zatanna. People buy the crap out of Zatanna comics when they come out with the limited series. Give her an ongoing. Put a really good writer on Zatanna. You know, put her on the Justice League again or something, and get Zatanna going in a 50-issue run. That would be amazing. And then you can make an omnibus up for it and stuff like that. I wish that, and I've seen them, you know, make attempts to do that here and there more. They've tried, so I give them some credit for trying, but I think Marvel has had a little more success propping up characters that aren't their like main 5 guys, you know? So, and I really like DC. That's just one criticism I have of them. Even like, I'm trying to think, is there like a Green Arrow run going on right now? There's a really good Mike Grell Green Arrow. Actually, it's right here. That Green Arrow run is freaking amazing. Do another run like that. Like have him go back to being like this like gritty, you know, almost like Daredevil kind of run, but with a bow and arrow, fighting drug lords and you know, in Seattle and all these crimes and solving mysteries and shit, like, you know, stuff. Oops. Even a character like Green Arrow, I feel like DC could prop that character up more and do more with them. He's so cool. I mean, he's Batman with a bow, but like I said, this Mike Grell run. Oh, ooh, that was harder than I thought it would be. I got mine signed by Mike Grell. It's only a 9.2. This is it's a what's it called? It's like a trade almost, right? So this was the beginning of his run, and I think after he did these few issues, they were like, do an ongoing, and then he did, and there's 2 awesome Green Arrow omnibuses that I've read about halfway through so far, that are so amazing. So I would love to see them return to this for this character and do something like this run again. And Mike Grell is going to be at the convention that I go to every year in Charlotte. So maybe I'll get some more stuff signed by him. This is really the main thing that he did. He's worked on some other stuff though, so we'll have to see. Anyway, that's the end of my TED talk about how DC needs to prop up their side characters more. I don't even want to call them side characters, but you know, just not Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. All right, so yeah, that's Justice League. This is Warlock in the Infinity Watch. So I assume this is Starlin, and he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on, which is pretty cool. I apologize for this horrible bag and boards that I have. I haven't re-bag and boarded them yet. But this is ties into the whole. Oh, this is in the Infinity Gauntlet Aftermath, I think. I guess so. Oh, and sorry, I know this table shakes a lot. I'm working on a way to remount this camera because I touch the table and it shakes so much, and it's probably annoying as a viewer. So I need to come up with another way to do this. But for right now, I've got this shaky top-down view. Yeah, Warlock and the Infinity Watch, pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure that this is some Starlin art, which is really awesome. Oh, this I got because was this Jerry Conway, I think? Let's check. This is Green Lantern 100. That's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. Yeah, this is... Who's the writer? Oh, I thought the writer of this was... Oh, the writer is Ron Mars. Okay. What did I think was Jerry Conway? I don't know why I thought it was Jerry. Anyway, this isn't a key, but I just... Oh, wow. I looked this up before, and I really thought... Because I was going to get it signed at the convention. I guess I must have looked at the wrong thing. But this is Green Lantern 100, and it has Kyle Rayner and Hal Jordan on it, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is like, you know, 2000. This must be early 2000s or something like that, based on the art. Oh, 1998. I'm a little later, but that's a cool issue. This, oh man, I'm kind of revealing these before I do my shorts, but that's fine. This is Doctor Strange, and it's Mike Brunner art. This is too. And I think this, I don't know if this is as well, but this has Dormammu on it, which is awesome. So I picked these up. I'm reading this right now. I'm reading this Doctor Strange Master of the Mystic Arts omnibus, and it's been really great so far. So I picked up a few issues from there. I'll make a short on those eventually. This, I feel like a lot of people don't share my interest in mystery and space, but I think I like what's his name? Carmine Infantino. I like Carmine Infantino's art a lot, and these comics look really cool, especially because they're from the, these are Silver Age, and they're from the 60s, and the color on this looks great. He does these like 2-color covers a lot. Like he did those with, he does these with the Flash. You'll see a lot of Flash issues, early Flash issues that have like one color on one side and one color on the other. And I just think these are really cool. I think this one might be a key. It's like a crossover with the Justice League or something like that. And I just like Adam Strange as a character. He's kind of interesting to read in the Silver Age if you're into that. Then we've got the Invaders. There's like 3 number 1s for the Invaders, because there's like, let me see, there's Giant Size Invaders number 1. There's, oh yeah, there's the first appearance of the Invaders, which is in Avengers. And then there's Invaders number 1, which is this one right here. So I may make another short where I show all 3 of those and give a whole history on the Invaders. And I've read some Invaders in my omnibus. Of course, I have the omnibus. But yeah, I may do that eventually. So that's why I picked that one up. This is just an early appearance of Star Sapphire, which we know is like it's the Star Sapphires are a Green Lantern Corps. They're a corps, right? So there's the Green Lantern Corps, Red Lantern, Blue, so on and so on, and the Star Sapphires are like the Pink Lantern Corps. And this is just an early issue featuring Star Sapphire, which I think is pretty cool. When did this come out? Superman 261. 261. 1973. So this is Bronze Age Superman. Oh, and it's cover art by, it's a key, quote unquote, because it's cover art by Nick Cardy featuring Star Sapphire. So yeah, that's a cool comic. If you're just joining, I'm just going through some of the comics I picked up recently, and that I'm probably going to make videos about at some point here soon. Oh, I didn't have enough. I didn't rebag and board this one, but this is another Mystery in Space. Jack Kirby, Captain America. I think, yeah, this is when Jack Kirby kind of came back and they gave him Captain America and he wrote and drew it. I don't think this series was well received when it came out, but I always loved Jack Kirby art. So, I mean, you know, classic Jack Kirby, Captain America. It's a cool one to have in the collection. This is awesome. Batman and Spawn, War Devil. What a crossover. I mean, I'm trying to think, are there two better characters crossover? I would love to see a Spawn and Ghost Rider crossover. I don't know if there's ever been a Spawn and Ghost Rider crossover. But boy, would that be awesome. And they both have like the chains. Like Spawn has chains and Ghost Rider has chains too. And it would just be, they'd be such a cool duo. So hopefully maybe they'll do that one day, or maybe they've done it already. I don't know. But yeah, if I could, if not Ghost Rider, I would want a crossover with Batman. And that's what this is. And this is pretty cool. I love Raven and I love the new Teen Titans run. So that's why I picked this one up. Justice League Dark 1. I read this whole thing, the New 52 run, and it was freaking awesome. I highly recommend getting the omnibus for this and reading this if you're into modern DC comics. This is amazing. Really amazing. Deadman, Zatanna, he's right here. Sorry, I'm shaking my camera. Hold on. Stop shaking. Constantine is great in this. If you're a fan of John Constantine, he's in this. It's really cool. And there's a what's it called? Rebirth Justice League Dark as well. I haven't read that one yet, but I do have the omnibus. And then here's Injustice 2 issue 1. All right, now I need some coffee. Ooh. Thanks, D. Yeah, have a good one. All right, maybe we'll watch this trailer and I'll give my opinion on it. There's the latest Superman trailer, and I might just turn that into a YouTube video. So let's just do this, I guess. All right. All right, so this is the latest Superman trailer that came out. Excuse me. This came out on June 11th, which was 2 days ago. What's the grade on the Longbow Hunter behind me? It is only a 9.2. But I did meet Mike Grell, and I got this signed by Mike Grell and Witness, which is pretty great. Excuse me. So, yeah, I love this book. I wish this. I knew it wasn't going to be a 9.8 when I found it, but I wanted to get it graded anyway. I think having, books that are graded, I like books that you really like of really cool runs or characters. I think it's just cool to get them graded. And this Longbow Hunter run by Mike Grell is the best Green Arrow run that there ever was. And I was just talking about earlier how I wish they would go back to this kind of style of storytelling for this character. So yeah, and Mike Grell's a really cool guy. Yeah, you look at this book every time. Yeah. Yeah, the Kevin Smith run, I have heard good things about that as well. All right, we're going to watch the Superman trailer real quick. And I'm going to give my thoughts on it. If I can stop burping. All right, if I need to turn up the volume, let me know. Okay, by the way, just something to say about this building falling over. So Superman does things in the comics. It's just like an accepted thing that Superman does. he'll pick up like an entire container ship by like he'll go in the bottom of it and pick it up. And like, if you think about physics, that would never work. Like if you are strong enough to pick that thing up, you would go right through the hole, you know, like there's no way a container ship is like designed to be held by just one point. Right. But Superman in the comics can do that. Like he's going to hold up this building, and they make it look like later in this trailer. And again, if he had enough force to like stop the building, I think he would actually go through the concrete, not be able to hold the whole building. Can't be held by one point is my point. So, you just have to accept that logic when you're watching Superman stuff or in the comics. Yeah, there he is. I don't know if he's holding up that whole building, but they're making it look like it. All right, here we have the entrance to the Fortress of Solitude. I was really hoping they were going to do the key forged in the heart of a neutron star gag for this movie, because it was based on All-Star Superman. So there's this one. No, but there's one where he, like, Lois is like, oh, you just leave your key laying around. And he's like, it's made in the super dense dwarf star, and I'm the only one that can pick it up right here. So I was hoping they were going to do this gag for this scene, but maybe not. But anyway, entrance to the Fortress of Solitude. This guy's going to be a good Lex Luthor. All right, why is he able to do that to Superman? Because this is an alternate version of Superman. He's bringing James Gunn is bringing in so many different characters in this movie. I love to see it, but I'm also like a little bit worried because I think it's going to be hard to pull off. But Ultraman is Superman from another Earth, another universe within the within the DC multiverse. So he would be able to manhandle Superman like this. We'll have to see what the origin of Ultraman is going to be in the movie, but this makes sense. Daily Planet, awesome. She's going to be awesome, Lois Lane.
Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
We saw this in the very first trailer. Hold on a second. Look at Lex, man. We're getting a proper Lex. He looks the part, man. This could be straight out of the comic books. I'm reading John Byrne's. I'm rereading John Byrne's run of Superman right now, which is like one of the most important Superman runs that was ever done, because this is after they reconsolidated all the universes in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I'm telling you, this is like, he's going to be awesome in this role, I think. Superman bleeding. You don't see that often. I said this when I watched the other trailer, but that scene is really comics accurate, where they put him, they magnify the sun to help heal him.
No matter what you do to me, Luther,
This looks great.
your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Oh, I love that they make his, I believe,
Good luck with
okay, his eyes there, they look like, I think they're like that because he's been using his heat vision a lot. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's a cool touch. Like if he's like using his heat vision a ton, his eyes start to get all red and like sunken, like they look like kind of hurt. I don't know if that would be a new thing. I don't think there's any like reference for that in the comic books, but I think that's a cool little thing to add if that's what that's from. That is ridiculous. I can't wait to see that. I have no idea what's going on there. Okay, we got Guy Gardner. There's Ultraman. Mr. Terrific. I'm so excited for Mr. Terrific. No idea what's going on there. People don't know how dope Mr. Terrific is. Wait until you see what he's capable of in this movie.
They chose him. Let them die.
Looks great. They showed that this is one of the early scenes they showed.
Hey, quit messing around.
There he is.
Doing important stuff.
Amazing.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
I like this fisheye view of him. I think it's so cool. Yeah, so I bought my tickets already. It's already selling like get your tickets early if you're trying to go see this movie. They're selling like crazy, and they're selling out fast. And I think this is going to be like one of the best movies of the year. James Gunn, I mean, I've said a lot of this already on my channel, but I'm just going to sit here and pontificate a little bit again. James Gunn is the right guy to lead this. He is a fan of the comic books. He's a fan of the source material. Kevin Feige was a fan of the source material, and he wanted to stay true to it. And that's what we have now with James Gunn. So it's just exciting to get a proper DC universe. And again, the one thing that makes me a little bit worried about this movie is that they're bringing in so many characters. They're bringing in so many. Let's see if I can get a shot with a lot of them. They're just I can't really. They didn't have one in this one, but there's Hawkman, there's Ultraman, there's Metamorphos in this movie, Mr. Terrific. There's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. I said Ultraman already. Lex Luthor, the Engineer, the dog, Super Dog. What the heck is his name again? Crypto. I mean, James Gunn, I'm sure knows what he's doing, but it's a huge undertaking, and sometimes like movies that are like crazy loaded with characters like that can be hard to like deliver on. But I think he's going to. I think this is going to be awesome. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the latest trailer. I think that's going to be the last trailer. I don't think we're going to get any more shots of it. I wouldn't want to see any more shots than that of Superman before going to see the movie, because even that had a little. There was a lot in that, even for me, for a trailer that like I didn't. I don't want everything to be spoiled by trailers. So, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot that wasn't in the trailer that it's going to be really cool in the movie. But yeah, there's my thoughts on the new Superman trailer, and I'm super excited to see that, in theaters. All right, what else do we got here for tonight? I'm just going to go to Key Comic Collector, and I'm going to take a look at some of the trending comics. Got to stay up. Got to stay up on the spec. Gotta stay up on the spec. Let's see the spec deck. June 2025. Midnight Suns is rumored to be back in development. So this is the latest update. And if that's true, if they're going to do Midnight Suns, very likely we'll get Ghost Rider on the Midnight Suns. I actually would. I don't understand it. I'm not going to look it up right now, but if you're watching the VOD on YouTube later or whatever, someone leave a comment. Is Ghost Rider one of the characters that's not owned by Marvel because they sold it off to some other studio a long time ago? Is that why they haven't made a Ghost Rider movie? I'm not sure why, because he's such a cool character. I wish they would make a Ghost Rider movie, but maybe they can't. But maybe they can get around it for the TV show. So anyway, any way that we can get Ghost Rider makes me excited. So if we get him in the Midnight Suns, all right, I'll take it. And in the Midnight Suns, just in case anyone's wondering, is kind of like a magical Avengers. It's almost like a dark Avengers, kind of like you have the Dark Justice League and then the Dark event, the Justice League and the Dark Justice League Dark. But I'd say they're a little bit more like mystical, the Midnight Suns. I guess Justice League Dark is like that too. It's kind of similar to Justice League Dark in a way. It's like Dark Avengers. 2025. Okay, so here's Daredevil. May 2025. It is rumored that Todd Stashwick will portray Paladin. I saw this the other day. I don't care. I just don't know anything about that character. This is mostly the same as what I looked at the other day. A vinyl toy labeled Baby Joey. Oh, first appearance of Joseph Mason. Okay. Yeah, I looked at all that the other day. So let me look at another list here. Actually, first this. Oh yeah, I gotta get. What am I doing? I didn't turn my music back on. All right. There's hotkeys. Oh, here, let's look at 100 modern keys. I'm curious what's on here. This is a modern key. 1992. I don't know if that's modern anymore. All right, these are really borderline modern. But I mean, I guess it's like not Bronze Age, just not 80s. So I guess like 90s forward is kind of modern, but I don't know. Anyway, this one, I should get this in my collection because it's first Omega Red. He's a really, really violent Marvel villain, and it's Jim Lee's the writer on this too. I didn't know that he was a writer too. He's the writer and artist, and anytime I can get my hands on Jim Lee art, I want to do that. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna like that, and only $20 in high grade, or I could get it for like $5 probably in mid. I actually thought this used to be more valuable. First appearance of Carnage, $100 high grade. This would be a cool book to get. Who's the creative team here? Oh, I'm not showing my desktop. I did it again. Anyway, I was looking at this book by Jim Lee. So this is the book by Jim Lee. And anyway, now we're looking at the first appearance of Carnage. Oh man, I wasn't showing my screen there for a while. God, I have to remember all this stuff. I'm such a new person when it comes to streaming. Only $100 high grade. I'd probably go for a mid-grade copy and get this for like $30. And who's the creative team? Artist Mark Bagley, writer David Michelini. That's like an all-star team for Spider-Man. Everybody loves Mark Bagley's art on Ultimate Spider-Man. And David Michelini, I think, had a really great Spider-Man run and is a really good writer. So yeah, I'm gonna like this one because that'd be a cool one to get in my collection. The first appearance of Carnage. Now it says first full appearance of Carnage. Right, this wouldn't be the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy. What is his name? Is it Cletus Cassidy? Yeah, Cletus Cassidy. Okay, so this wouldn't be the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, I don't think, but this is the first appearance of the Carnage symbiote. I believe I'm right about that. Spawn 1 I've got on the wall behind me. Where are you? There you are. And mine's a 9.8. This is my Spawn that I found at a con, and I went and got graded, and I came back at 9.8. It was the first book I haven't got a ton of books graded, but this was the first one I ever got that I ever found ungraded that I got graded at a 9.8. I've had a lot now that have come back at 9.8s, but pretty happy about this one. I think, it's not hard to find this book, but I do think like, it's like, I feel like every comic book collector should have a Spawn one, It's important to the history of comics, especially to indie comics. If you can even consider Image as indie anymore, but creator owned comics, and Spawn is just an awesome character, and he's still going today. So yeah, this is just a really cool one to have. All right, what else we got here? What is this? First team appearance of weapon. I don't care. Second appearance of Real Domino. Previously appeared. Okay. Oh, this one. First cover appearance of War Machine armor worn by Tony Stark. Misconception cited by many as the first appearance of War Machine. War Machine is splashed across the Iron Man title in reference to the armor's incredible armaments, but the name is not official. Right, so... Right, this is Tony Stark in this armor, but War Machine is his own superhero, and that's James Rhodes. So this isn't the superhero War Machine, this is like the War Machine armor. But I think it's pretty cool that it has this War Machine over the lettering, and it's just a cool cover to have. Is this John Romita Jr.? Let me see. Oh no, Bob Wysek? Wysek? Sorry, I don't know how to say that name. Yeah, I may try to get this one for the con. First appearance of Doomsday. All day for $18. That's a good key to get from the Death of Superman. First appearance of Bane. Oh yeah, for sure I'm tracking that one down at the convention. I have this one. Is that on the wall behind me? Yes, it is. Can you see it? It's right there. And mine is a 9.4 signed by Brett Breeding. I have this book. First solo series for Venom. I have this book. I have this book. This one is going to be hard for me to get in my collection. Because I would go for like a mid-grade version of this, and that's still $400. So I'm not spending that much on any single book on this upcoming con. So I probably won't get that this con. John Byrne's Next Men, is that Hellboy? And this looks like Mike Mignola. What is this? Why do I not know about this? $120. First appearance of Hellboy in color. Yeah, and Mike Mignola. Wow, that's actually dope. I would love to. I'm adding these to my favorites in case anyone watching this is wondering what I'm doing, so I can remember these in my wish list for later. I have 677 comics in my wish list. I need to do some pruning, but you can see it all sorted by series and stuff like that. Like I have a lot in here for Batman, of course. But anyway, I do that before the con, and I kind of go through my wish list and figure out what I'm going to hunt for at the convention. So first Hellboy in color is pretty dope. First full appearance of Impulse. I'm not really that interested in that because I haven't read that much with that character. First appearance of Ben Reilly. I think this is a cool cover. I don't know if I'd spend $100, maybe $30. All right, I've been going for a little over an hour now. I got to do one last thing, which is test out my phone, using my phone as a camera so I can go show off my omnibus collection. So I'm going to do that real quick. Hold on a sec. We're gonna try this out. All right, and I just need to turn up my volume here a little bit. All right. Come on an adventure with me. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if this works. Hey, Bobby. I'm still going. I'm just using my phone right now. Look at it in all its glory. So I used to do my lives out here, but now I do them at the desk. But I tried to set up this phone so that I could, still walk out here and grab books without being like, oh, wait, let me come back. I'll be back in a minute, and just have like dead air. I'm like, hey, I can just kind of go from my phone if I don't shake it around like crazy, grab one of my omnibuses and come back and keep streaming. So that's like kind of the idea behind this. And I got some more over here too. And there's Galactus. All right. I think that worked. And we're back. Now I get to go watch the VOD of that and make sure that sounded and looked okay. But maybe I should do that more. Maybe I should do a stream where like I kind of make more trips out to my omnibuses and just talk about the omnis more. Maybe I can do a whole stream that way. I don't know. Any suggestions? Like I said, if you're watching the VOD or anything like that. All right, sorry, my TikTok live dropped out because I forgot to do the stupid. I forgot on TikTok every once in a while you have to do the thing where you like match the. You have to do the thing where you match, like it's like a CAPTCHA thing where like you make sure you're still active, and I forgot to do that for TikTok, so it kicked me out. So I just went back live on TikTok for a minute. How's it going? What is this? I don't know how you're saying your name. Socorro Mung. I don't know how you say your name. All right, I think I've been kind of going for long enough. I'm going to try to do these lives more often and just talk about cool comic book related stuff. If you have anything you want me to talk about, leave a comment on one of my TikTok short or YouTube or Instagram shorts or YouTube video, anything else like that. And thanks everyone for stopping by.